Okay, so what I wanted to talk to you guys about today is if you watch the latest episode of Ndini, which was posted actually last weekend, I did an interview with an incredible young woman. Her name is, and I can't say it correctly, so please, for those of you who know how to say it correctly, please do not message me that I said it wrong. I know I'm going to say it wrong, but Hudu Hersey. Let's call her Hudu Hersey. And she is a phenomenal young woman. She's Black woman, comedian, Muslim. Not a combination that you typically come across. And I had an incredible conversation with her. I really highly encourage you to check that out and just hear her story and what inspired her. And one of the questions that I asked her, was who inspired you? Because she talked about growing up and the first time she realized that you could be a comedian as a career was when she was watching The Chappelle Show with Dave Chappelle. And so I asked her, well, okay, fine, Dave Chappelle, yes, he's Black, but he's not female. So where did you get inspiration or motivation to say that, oh, women could do this too? And she mentioned a couple of Black female comedians, Wanda Sykes, Gina Yashiri, who's a phenomenal comedian. I think Gina's of Nigerian descent. I could be wrong. Sorry, Gina, if I butchered that. But she said something that really stuck with me. She said that ultimately, and this may sound like semantics, she said, you have to want to be a comedian. She said, you can't just want to be a comedian, you have to want to be a comedian. So that means it really has to be about everything for you, that you will do whatever it takes, go to the length, breadth of what it is, to achieve your dream of becoming whatever it is. In her case, it's being a comedian. And she also talked about how it's difficult when you're the first, because as I said, she's Black, she's female, she's Muslim. And that's not a very common combination in her world, in comedy. There are not very many women comedians, and even less Black women, and even less Black Muslim women who are comedians. But she said that ultimately it comes down to you sometimes have to be the one who blazes the trail. You sometimes have to be the first. You sometimes have to be the one who breaks through. And for her, that's what she's come to realize, is that she has to be a trailblazer. She talked about how no one's writing parts for her. No one's writing comedy for her. She has to figure it out herself. And so I want to ask you that in your life, where are you the first? Where are you the one who's blazing a trail, whether it's in your family, in your community, in wherever it is you are? Sometimes there are times where you don't see anyone who looks like you doing what you want to do. And that's where your belief in yourself, your conviction that what you're doing is exactly what you're meant to be doing, that's when you need it most, because you don't see other people who look like you doing what you're doing. And it doesn't matter what that is. In Hoda's case, it's comedy, but it could be you're the first one in your family to go to secondary school. It could be you're the first one in your family to go to university. It could be you're the first one in your family who wants to have a career in nursing, or it's something completely different than what is the norm in your community. And sometimes that's hard. It's hard to do because, like I said, there's no template. You don't see other people who look like you. And something else that often happens is that the people we love, the people who are closest to us, can become our biggest discouragers. And it's because it's coming from a place of love, because they love us, because they don't want us to be disappointed. They don't want us to be hurt. And I'll go back to the fact that what Hoda said was, you don't have to just want whatever it is you want to do. You have to want it. It has to be what you totally believe in, because you will come up against so many roadblocks. You will come up against naysayers, people who say, and sometimes from a place of love, oh, you can't do that. Oh, why don't you do this other thing which is safer? Why don't you, have this career which is, is more common in what we know? I know for Hodor, she talked about how no one in her family does comedy. Not, her parents don't even understand like comedy as a career. How can you have that as a job? And so that's what I'm going to say to you is that if you have a dream that's burning in your heart, but you don't see other people doing it, or you have people close to you who are detractors from what you're trying to do, even if it's from a place of love, sometimes you have to hold on to that conviction. As Hodor said, you have to want to do it. You have to really want with everything that is in you. So I'm going to say to you, let's not forget what our goals are. Let's not forget those dreams that we're working on, that we committed to work on in 2019. And like I said, we're almost at the halfway mark of the year. It's not too late for you to start making progress on your dreams. And I wish you all a phenomenal week.